Today, if you're reading through the book of Deuteronomy, you're reading chapters 11 to 15, and one of the themes that we see throughout these chapters is the importance in God's eyes of caring for the poor. And we see repeatedly phrases about the alien or the sojourner, someone who is not native to that particular area, the widow, your poor neighbor, the orphan. And in chapter 15, verse 10, speaking of our poorer neighbors, Moses says, "Give generously to them and do so without a grudging heart. Then because of this, the Lord your God will bless you in all your work and everything you put your hand to." This, again, is part of a section in chapter 15 where God is speaking through Moses about a sabbatical year, a time of rest for the land, a time of resetting things, even financially and economically, between neighbors and between people. And again, one of the themes we see throughout the law, throughout Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, is about the importance of not taking every single thing out of your field, but leave some gleanings, leave some leftovers, if you will, for your poorer neighbors, for the alien, for the widow, for the orphan. And really, one of the important hallmarks of the Christian church, one of our best things throughout our history, has been recognizing the importance of loving, caring for, empowering, and assisting those who are at the margins of society, financially and economically. And when, again, we turn to the Gospels and we think about Jesus, and you think of that great parable of the judgment of the nations in Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 to 46, part of what we see there, again, is what most supremely reveals the righteousness or unrighteousness of a nation, because remember, that's a parable of the judgment of the nations, or of an individual, is how have we responded to those who are hungry and need something to eat, who are thirsty and have nothing to drink, to those who are sick or in prison, who are naked or homeless. These are things that God's people, from the very beginning of the Bible to the very end of the Bible, we are called to compassionately, generously, and faithfully look out for, care for, assist, and empower those who are the weakest, the poorest, at the margins and the fringes and edges of society. I hope that's something that God will grow in you and grow in us as a congregation as well.